Okay, you guys really responded well to the previous Slipknot videos that I've done on some of Eloy Casagrande's isolated drums. The sound quality was just terrible, and obviously ripping this stuff from phone footage ain't ideal. So I'm going to go back and look at one of the classic Slipknot videos, that is Duality. I'm going to take some of the original stems from the song and plop them into a Reaper session and see what we can hear. Okay, so looking at the screen, you can see now I've got 4 tracks here, so some of it is grouped together. I've got guitars, that also includes things like Sid's samples. Bass is going to be just Paul, I think. The drum track's obviously going to include Joey, but also the 2 percussionists. So at the time there have been Clown and Mr. Nosy. So I'm going to listen through the different tracks and flick things on and off and see if we can pick out anything cool. At the end, I'm also going to put the 4 different tracks separately and just let them play through. I'll put the time codes here, so if you want to just skip to those bits, you can do, and you can just hear just the drums or whatever it is you want to hear. Okay, here we go.
I push my fingers into my eyes.
Let's turn the vocal off and just... So guitars and a spooky piano. Let's solo the drums for this, ready? Yes. So you can hear that's 3 drums there. That's such a nice snare roll. Nice double take scream there. Pinch harmonics galore. Another snare roll coming up.
Things collapse, I've lit it as my time's elapsed. Now all I do is live with so much fate. I've wished for this, I've
just single track vocal in the verses.
This little fact, you cannot kill what you did not create.
What I like in the verses, you may not have ever noticed this, I didn't until I was listening back to these tracks, is the bass. If you listen to Paul's bass in the verses. How cool is that? Another mad snare roll there. Let's plop that on. Let's do the bass and the snare. Ooh! I'm going to listen to just that snare roll on its own, actually. Sorry, Paul. So now we're in double tracking.
If the pain goes on, I'm not gonna make it.
Nice tight double tracking. Oh. That's something else I see when people cover this song, they don't get those mutes in.
All the pieces, then you can leave me alone. Tell me the reality is better than the dream. I push my fingers until my...
You can hear the beer keg there. I think they may have pitched the beer keg. You hear it later on, it's a lower key, a lower pitch, unless it's a different piece of metal they're smacking with a baseball bat. But I would guess they sampled the beer keg and pitched it up to be in key with the vocal and the root note of the song, which is B, I think it is. See. Here the beer keg is a lower pitch there. Haha. So cool.
This is insane. All I've got is insane. All I've got is insane. All I've got is insane.
It's cold.
All I've got is insane. All I've got is insane.
Goes without saying, Corey's voice is just so good, and it doesn't show any sign of wearing out. He's clearly found a way of maintaining those vocals. So another thing I've seen in the comments is people saying, You know, Eloy's timing is impeccable, and Joey and Jay were a little sloppy here and there. People more going after Jay than Joey. But things like this, it's the sign that, I mean, yes, Eloy is an impeccable player. He's great. But Joey as well has a little more of a natural feel to him. So these kicks are not spot on perfectly to the grid, but it serves the song. I mean, you look at the wave there, for instance, you can see inconsistency in the power of each kick, but also the spacing between them. So it is showing you they've not messed around with this song a ton. In, you know, after production, they've just recorded it and let it be. And Joey's playing there is perfectly fine. That sounds great to me. No triggers. No samples. Well, it does sound like there's a weird sort of rain. Can anyone else hear that? It sounds like rain or something going on in the background. On the drum track. That's crazy. You don't hear that in the context of the song at all, but it's in there. Come on, Corey.
If the pain goes on, I'm not gonna make it.
Let's hear the long tail reverb on there.
Sway inside. If the pain
And harmonies as well. I never noticed those before.
it works its way inside.
So that's a double track vocal and then a double track harmony over it.
It works its way inside. If the pain goes on, I'm not gonna make it. All I've got is insane.
Okay, so this is the extended mix, and honestly, I'm just going to listen to Corey's vocals for the end of this, because this sounds so good. Sorry, rest of the band.
All I've got is insane. All I've got is insane. All I've got is insane. All I've got is insane.
Man, how cool is that? Okay, thanks for watching. As I said, I'm going to pop on the rest of these individual stems so you can download them, mess with them. If you do make something cool, then post a link in the comments below and I'll check it out. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe so you can see more videos like this, not just of Joey and Eloy and Jay, but also other bands other than Slipknot. I'm going to get onto those as well. Probably Sepultura, I'll be honest. Looking at the analytics, I can see now, after these videos, it's crazy, a third of my viewers are from Brazil, so hello. But I'm going to try and do bands that you guys like, and clearly you guys love Eloy, so Sepultura seems like the obvious choice next. I'll also be looking at suicidal tendencies now that Jay's in there, maybe comparing them against Grayson, and then looking at some of Grayson's videos with Sepultura, and comparing those with Eloy. So get your comments in. What tracks do you want to see by those bands? And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. See you later.
I push my fingers into my eyes. It's the only thing that slowly stops the ache. But it's made of all the things I have to take. Jesus, it never ends. It works its way inside. If the pain goes on, I have screamed until my veins collapsed. I've waited as my time's elapsed. Now all I do is live with so much fate. I've wished for this, I've bitched at that. I've left behind this little fact: you cannot kill what you did not create. I've gotta say what I've gotta say, and then I swear I'll go away. But I can't promise you'll enjoy the noise. I guess I'll save the best for last. My future seems like one big pass. You're left with me cause you left me no choice. I push my fingers into my eyes. It's the only thing that slowly stops the ache. If the pain goes on, I'm not gonna make it. Put me back together, or separate the skin from bone. Leave me all the pieces, then you can leave me alone. Tell me the reality is better than the dream, but I found out the hard way. Nothing is what it seems! I push my fingers into my eyes. It's the only thing that slowly stops the ache. But it's made of all the things I have to take. Jesus, it never ends. It works its way inside. If the pain goes on, I'm not gonna make it. All I've got is insane. 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 I push my fingers into my eyes. It's the only thing that slowly stops the ache. But it's made of all the things I have to take. Jesus, it never ends. It works its way inside. If the pain goes on, I'm not gonna make it! All I've got is insane. All I've got is insane. All I've got is insane. All I've got is insane.